Bring a wealth of experience and expertise to this position. You have served in leadership roles at every level throughout the Navy, both ashore and at sea, and with postings around the globe. As the current Vice Chief, you have an important perspective on the key challenges for the Navy. Your understanding of the Joint Force and the Navy's ever-expanding role within it will be critical. If confirmed, you would also be the first woman to serve as CNO and on the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and I am glad we've reached this moment. The Navy faces a dangerous and evolving global security environment. Certainly threats from Russia, Iran, North Korea, and violent extremist groups remain persistent, and the Navy has an important role to play in addressing them. But the clear pacing challenge for our naval forces is China. In the Indo-Pacific and in the seas and ports around the world, the United States Navy will continue to be the first line of deterrence and defense against China's expanding global ambitions. Key to the Navy's success will be a fully developed fleet. In its most recent budget request, the Navy requested 9 new ships, including several submarines, destroyers, frigates, and logistics vessels. At the same time, the Navy proposed retiring a number of ships before the end of their service lives, including several littoral combat ships and dock landing ships. I understand the Navy made the difficult choice to retire some of these ships now to free up more resources in the future, but it seems that this plan would take us in the opposite direction of the Navy's goal for a larger fleet, particularly with regard to the amphibious force structure. Admiral, I'd like to know how you plan to balance these competing demands, as well as your views on the Navy's 30-year shipbuilding plan. Readiness is also a challenge for the service. Our naval forces continue to maintain a high operations tempo across all areas, and demand is overwhelming for attack submarines, cruisers, destroyers, and strike fighters. As a result, deferred ship maintenance, reduced steaming and flying hours, and canceled training and deployments have created serious readiness problems within the Navy. I am concerned that the Navy will not be able to maintain a larger fleet of ships when it is struggling to maintain its current force. Admiral, I would ask again for your views on these challenges. I would note the United States' greatest comparative advantage over China is our global network of allies and partners. The recent agreement between Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States to collaborate on nuclear submarine production through the AUKUS partnership is a meaningful step forward. Successful implementation of this plan will require responsible oversight and a stable industrial base. Admiral, I hope you will share also your views on what we have in terms of the capacity to produce now and in the future, and how we can provide the budget and resources to match the demands. Finally, your highest priority must be ensuring the readiness of your sailors to perform their missions. If confirmed, you will be expected to support a culture of leadership, trust, and teamwork throughout the force, with no tolerance for behavior that erodes that culture. Admiral, I would ask that you share again your thoughts on this responsibility. I'm confident that you have the skills and experience to provide the nation's sailors, their families, and Navy civilian employees with the leadership they deserve. Thank you again for your continued willingness to serve, and I look forward to your testimony. And let me now recognize the Ranking Member, Senator Wicker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Admiral, for being here, and certainly a welcome to